All right, guys, what's going on?
I don't know what's
doing a
going
little
on.
dance.
I don't.
I'm hitting the nay-nay.
What?
That's what it.
Oh,
Watch
Watch me
you're
whip.
right.
Watch me nay-nay.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
He's doing a good job.
Good job.
What's up? You know, I got a little bit of color in me.
You do. You got some moves.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
proud.
it's 0.03%.
Yeah.
Is what,
Yeah,
According to-
sub-Saharan. Yeah, we did a 23andMe.
Did you
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, well, I didn't do it. My sister did it. And it was actually I think it was 0.03, was it?
Yeah,
Or
so
0.3.
It was 0.3, so I'm
Whoa.
0.15. Because
Well,
I'm
that's not
half of
including
you.
whatever you get from me, though.
That's
That's the
true.
thing, which you don't know.
Lord, yeah, she's
But I'm
probably
not-
got probably at least 20%.
There you
Yeah,
go.
at least 20.
And so, I
From
mean,
the hood.
Mom is,
True.
not me.
Not you.
Not
you,
me.
not
Mom
you.
is.
Yeah, right.
Mom's a real G.
Yeah.
G unit.
So, anyways, welcome, guys. I'm gonna,
Welcome.
definitely, hopefully, I'll get him in the groove here. I was a little triggered today, as you guys know.
You're
There's
triggered.
something, so I broke my, I broke
Yeah.
my computer broke,
It did.
and there's just something
It just
about
rattled
that.
the shit out
It
of you.
really rattled
It did.
me. It really
It did.
It happened last night, and I didn't even. I don't know what it is about that particular thing, whether it's a phone or a computer. It's feeling disconnected.
It's a lifeline
and yeah,
nowadays.
and again, we're gearing up for to get ready to
Trip.
go on 2 trips. One trip in 4 days, and another trip in about
11.
11 days.
It's
So it's crazy.
your
so
first trip's gonna be a little more work orientated,
very work oriented.
but
Yeah.
the second trip is gonna be just chilling with
Fun.
the boys.
The
Yeah.
boys,
You don't
bro.
even have to.
It is. It's going to be
It's
super
just gonna
fun.
be super fun. We're gonna
And
just
honestly,
have a great
I think
time.
this trip we're taking, the first one, will still be a lot of fun.
I hope so.
Oh, I think so.
It will.
It
no,
will.
there's no
Okay, you
hope.
got-
It will.
You
know
got
what I
you.
That's how you say it. It is
Dub-
going to.
Are
Fun.
2 J's? Is it both J's?
Yeah, double J's.
Double
Yeah.
J's.
So
We
you
got double J's, you and me,
Yeah.
You're gonna have
Can't
a
go
good
wrong.
time.
Dream
on
team.
a road trip. Yeah.
Regardless, I'm sure that as the podcast goes on, I'll feel less triggered. But it just, I don't know.
Probably should have some of this.
I know I
No,
need
you
some
should.
wine.
Take a
Take
sip.
a little sip.
No, I
Take a
can't.
sip.
Sip.
Rewind a little bit.
Just a
Sip.
sip in a
No,
splish.
it's really weird. Like I've mentioned before, I obviously I tell people I don't drink. The truth is that it's not that I haven't drank in 20 years or whatever since the last time I've been drunk. I used to like to have a glass of wine. I mean,
Yes.
many nights I'd have a glass of wine or a beer
Yeah.
or something like that. I used to love that feeling, but for some reason, and I don't know why, I really don't, but when I'm in an anxious state,
Yeah, it makes
like
it worse.
drinking makes it worse.
Of course.
Like way worse.
Well, and this is
So-
the thing. It's funny because I just had a conversation not too long ago about that. And I'm not going to lie. As terrible as it might be, I'm happier for that because you know what usually happens
Right.
is people do drugs
yeah.
or alcohol
Well,
to
that's the thing,
help.
yeah.
And when it helps, that's when it becomes a problem because
'cause
then
a
you
lot of
start using it
people-
as a crutch and
Yeah.
then it becomes an addiction to where like from that flip side, it's a good thing that it
Yeah, because
isn't
most
for you.
people actually with anxiety
Yeah.
will
Yeah, of course.
drink and actually it calms them
Drown
down. It
their
makes them feel
sorrows,
better.
Yeah,
right?
and then you just
but
are
yeah,
like
but
constantly
I
doing
can't.
it.
I mean, literally,
Yeah.
I mean, I was probably remember last time. I mean, 20 years ago when I was anxious, like had the same type of situation. I didn't drink for like 7 years.
Yeah.
Not even
Yeah.
not even a sip for like 7 years, and then I slowly got back. And so I kind of miss it because it is a very mellowy feeling. And it's a feeling I wish I could get again. But like I said, even the other day,
You will.
and I know it's partially placebo, but even the other day when Brian and Garrett were in the house, I took a
had a
sip
sip.
of that, and just that little sip
was
for
just
like a
gonna
few
say
minutes,
that.
I was like, oh, I don't
You'll
like
take
this
a
feeling.
sip with
you know?
them on their podcast,
I
but
lo-
not here with me.
Well, yeah.
Like I'll take an occasional sip. Like I don't drink by any means, but like somebody will offer me like a sip of whiskey. I like the feeling you get. Like it's like
You get the warm,
Burning,
yeah.
burning,
And then you're just like, ooh, this feels good. Like it's nice. And then we were smoking cigars. Then we had
yeah.
a little cigar. And
It
a
was
little,
nice. I will
that
say,
was a
you know,
nice
it was
night.
it was a nice night. It was the first night
We
since
did have a really fun weekend.
Yeah, great weekend.
It was the first weekend really since March.
the Rona.
Since the Rona happened, that we had a bunch of friends in town. We actually had, I mean, gosh, party maniacs here. We had friends over the house, which is
I know.
crazy. I
No,
mean,
you know
that's
what's
I
funny
was
with that too is it made me realize, which was nice, is because obviously, the majority, if not all, we're all reptile related people. And it made me realize that, you know what, I do miss that part of the reptile shows.
Yeah.
And it makes me want to go, say if there's a Tinley in March,
Yeah.
to hang out with the people we haven't seen. You know what I mean? Because that's
be
the
awesome.
part that's fun. Like, just hanging out.
I've been wanting to
Having
do that.
fun.
And guess what? I'll be a officially
Oh, God.
21.
Let me
so
just
there's
tell
no
you.
holding back.
Let me tell you,
Hold
it's
me
gonna
back.
it'll be epic because the first Tinley of that magnitude is always epic.
Yeah.
It never ends well for that guy.
Yeah, never.
What's the
But I guess if we're not doing a show and
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
have to be
yeah.
at a table, then
Doesn't
you can
matter.
just stay in the room all day. It's
Yeah.
good.
Just don't
I
embarrass
could-
the Barczyk name too much.
Are you kidding me?
Embarrass the Barczyk name.
right.
Hey, well, I haven't already.
With the employees that we've had over the years, I'm sure he's good.
Yeah, and if I haven't already with what I do.
I know, no. I don't.
good.
Listen, I'm never embarrassed about what you do. I think it's. Again,
No.
for me, I think what you do is great because you're expressing yourself as who you
No,
are.
for sure.
You know,
so
and I don't
Listen,
care
I've
if
had my
people are-
moments too.
Yeah.
So like,
I was-
there's that.
I was worrying over this past like week or so, like I don't know if people like were not feeling it or whatnot, and like the whole point of my videos, I just want to make people laugh.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, are people even fucking laughing? Like I don't even know.
Right,
But
yeah.
Mom was telling me this story that somebody came to the Reptarium this weekend and was just like, oh my god, I was rewinding so many times.
Oh yeah, the
and it
guy
was
who was
cracking
the
me
couple
up.
that came to dinner with us.
Oh yeah.
It was them.
Yeah.
And it just made me feel
Was it
good.
Jesus?
I think that's what his name is.
Jesus.
Yeah. Don't put me
Shout
on the
out
spot.
I know.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, but no, they were super nice. Him and his wife celebrated their anniversary, and that's exactly it. He was
Yeah.
telling me he was watching some of Noah's stuff, laughing so hard. So obviously, on our road trip, I told him that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't ever think you being yourself is going to ever embarrass us. I mean, I think I'd rather you be yourself than not be yourself. You know.
No,
That's
I mean, I've pretty much watched all your stuff, and while like
It's definitely
yes, you're
raw,
going to you're going to offend some people, but
Yeah.
for me, then those people shouldn't be watching.
It's all good.
Like you
There's-
know,
yeah.
I think it's funny. I think it's good, and nothing has made me go, oh my god, Noah, like that's embarrassing. to
Logic's
Yeah.
got this one bar in his rap songs. He said, "I'd rather be me and shit, I fucked it up." It's basically saying I'd rather be me and successful than not, or
a failure, maybe me and the failure.
I
and try to
totally
be
fucking blanked
fake
it.
in something you're not.
yeah. His bar is fucking smooth. It was in my head, but then I was waiting my turn to talk, and it fucking slipped
Sorry.
the dome.
That's
but it was
all
in
right,
his
that's
newest
okay.
album.
That's all right.
Watch it.
that
No
All right,
out.
look
pressure.
up
that shit.
Logic.
No
Yeah,
pressure.
Logic,
It was
yeah,
honestly great. It got me inspired to
Logic's the man.
To be
to s-
yourself.
Well, that, but it also got me inspired to start making like the Pimp My Pens and start making YouTube
yeah.
again.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
thank you for that, Bobby.
No, it's true. You know what? Then that's good. And I hope you always keep that because, that's, obviously a lot how I feel. For the most part, I always try to be just me. Like I've never
Yeah.
tried to pretend to
Yeah.
be something else. And honestly, if you don't like me, that's fine. I
Right.
don't care.
She
You know what I
doesn't care.
mean? And no, like not in like a shitty way, but seriously, like if you
No,
don't
I
like me,
understand
that's
what you're
fine.
saying,
Because you
yeah.
know what? There's a lot of people out there I don't like either. I just don't follow you and pay attention to you. You're just
wanna-
not for me. So
You want to know something that's been messing with my head recently?
What's that?
Is I started doing the as a
I have been too, bro. I'm not
as
even
a
kidding. I've been
joke,
doing this
and
shit
then
too.
like things have been happening, and I've been
And you just do
seriously, yeah, I'm just like,
No,
Me
you were doing
too,
it on your
me
podcast with MJ. You were going, oof. I was like, no, he's doing it.
it's so bad. It's
I've
taking
caught
over.
I've
It's an
caught myself
expression.
doing it too because the same
It's so
thing.
bad.
I started as a joke
It
and
pretty
then
much says it. Just
It says it all.
It says it all. You don't have to. If someone says something, you can just go like,
Yeah,
and then they can take whatever they want from it.
like
You know,
right.
It could be like whatever.
It doesn't matter what you meant. They could take.
it was like that guy that was over our house this weekend with the cerebral palsy with his
Oh, that was
face.
Garrett, yeah.
And he was talking about the Indonesian
Cerebral palsy.
the Indonesian
Bell's palsy.
Bells. Yeah, the
whatever.
bells. No, there's a big difference.
It's a very big one.
I don't know the difference.
Bell's palsy
Bell-
is
it's
just
temporary.
Yeah, temporary.
It's just totally
paralysis.
different. Totally different.
But he was saying that in Indonesia, there's a word for like intimidating others.
Yeah,
not
yeah.
intimidating, imitating.
Yeah, imitating,
others. And
Oh, yeah,
in
he
high
did do that.
yeah, I'm not even gonna tell that.
No, that was
No, it
terrible.
was
That was
freaking
terrible.
hilarious.
But in high
Yeah.
school, there was this girl that after like every sentence, if she didn't hear somebody say something, she'd be like, "Huh?" And same thing. I started doing it. Oh my god, I had to cap that quick.
Yeah,
because
you
if
don't
somebody
want
says
that,
something, I'm like, "Huh?" It's so bad, dude. It's so bad.
Well, I'm glad I can rub off on you guys a little bit. With my yeah. Yeah, if people knew, only knew.
We were doing that quite a bit on our drive.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't even notice.
We were
Oh God.
to each other.
Well,
Stop.
remember when Savannah, I was driving with Savannah once, and we were whatever, and she said, and it is true though, like she's telling me stories and I'm not listening at all, right? And so at the end of the story, I'd be like, "Wow, that's crazy." And so she
That's
started
Even if it
saying
sounds
it.
stupid, right?
Yeah.
Like,
So she started saying that all the time. Like, wow, that's so crazy. Because that's how I just like I didn't listen to the story, but at the end I'd be like, wow, that was
You're so
crazy.
terrible.
That's
crazy,
so
man.
crazy.
But I didn't mean it. I just was like, tuned out for some
Yep.
reason,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to feel bad. So
I understand. That's
yeah, I
understandable.
do the best I can.
you were
do.
trying to be nice, but it came off like a dick.
Speaking of-
Wow, that's so
speaking-
crazy.
Speaking of Savannah, we're going to be down with Savannah on Monday,
Yeah.
which is awesome. I'm super
looking
excited
forward
about
to
that.
it.
Land.
Yeah, we're going to be at GatorLand down in Florida for our Monday afternoon.
Do you
and then,
think, like, how long are we going to be there? Do you think I'll be able to zip line?
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
goodness, you want to do that?
Oh my God,
Yes,
that'd be
I've been
dope.
wanting to zip line
Jay,
for
can
so
we, can we,
long.
can we-
Yes.
we'll like do like a head GoPro
GoPro,
and maybe
a drone
some
shot?
Do a
Yeah,
crotch
because with
GoPro.
Omar,
No,
yeah, with
I don't
Omar
want any
Gosh
of
was
that
there.
shit. I
No,
just
no.
want a zip line.
No, but we
like
we
I
need
don't.
to
we
do-
want that shit.
I don't
Doesn't
give a
matter.
crap what you want.
Well,
I
it's
just
going
want
on.
a zip
No,
line.
it's gonna
Doesn't
go.
matter.
It doesn't matter what you want.
Hey, you're
So
not
crazy.
there, so
But no, when Omar was there, they let him drone zip lining and stuff.
Oh,
like
that would be
so-
cool doing a side-by-side drone.
Yeah, we gotta do. We'll have a good time. So yeah, we'll be there for. Yeah, I hope that we'll be down there by like 3:00 on Monday. That's my goal. And you figure it gets dark around 6:30, so we'll have about 3.5 hours to have some fun. Switch out our Gators because we're taking our bigger Gators
oh
back
my
and,
god,
and
I'm
getting
so
smaller
excited
ones.
for this. So overdue.
Well, it is overdue. I feel, I mean,
Way.
they're too big for the enclosure, so that's a good thing. But I'm gonna miss them because
they
they're
are
fun.
Well, you
Fun
are, but
gators,
that's
yeah.
part of what
Fun.
we're doing is the exchange. And with any animal, you're going to get attached, but like that's
It's just so
part
much
of
fun.
it.
There's nothing
so
better
funny.
than having a
little kid shit themselves.
Yeah,
As
literally,
the gators
yeah.
are
It's
literally
so good.
like. Have you
So
watched? Like, I
good.
guess you do it. Like, I sit
Yeah, I
there
do it all
and
the
they jump out, and people literally catch them
I know. I had.
as they're jumping.
It's the
Yeah, no,
best.
yeah,
It's
I've
the
literally caught mini gators
Yeah.
halfway to a kid's face.
Yeah.
Like, in
because
the
they're
air,
just like,
yeah.
whoa.
It's my favorite to watch.
Go into the food, and you're just like,
And the kids are always freaked out.
That's why
you
we
know,
only
which is
have
awesome.
like 2 or 3 employees that'll do it.
Well, we
because
only allow 2 or 3 people.
Right.
Myself, Bruce.
the others
and-
don't
yeah.
want to. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, the liability part is but I mean, they're really fun, so I'm going to miss that part
Yeah.
of it
They
because
are.
there's probably no. It's like I always say, it's our Shamu show, right? Because you get wet and everything.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
jumping
You do.
out, you're splashing you. They're like
might
going
get
crazy,
bit.
and so the smaller ones are going to be not.
They
as
still do
entertaining.
though. Like it's different, but it still is. Like they still splash and they still do whatever.
Yeah, but
like,
they're not as fun.
It's not going to be
not
the
gonna
same
be
It'll
for
be
a while.
it'll be fine, and anybody who comes to the Reptarium will still get a great gator feeding experience.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
Can we rail this in?